Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome to day number 79 of our reading of Elsie Lincoln Benedict's book, How to Get Anything You Want. I have a pen in here because I'm holding my place. How to Get Anything You Want in 7 lessons. We are towards the end of lesson 6. We have one more lesson to go. We have done 78 videos together, y'all. We've read this entire book. If you missed any of the previous readings, be sure to go ahead and check out the playlist on my YouTube channel. Move the mic over here. So check out the playlist on the YouTube channel. I have other books as well. So come on this journey with us. These are really great metaphors. I'm sharing lessons and teaching a little bit. I call it the director's cut. We're reading this book together and then we are commenting and sharing our takeaways. We left off. We are again on lesson number 6, find the open doors to what you want. And we are going through the different keys. She says, here are a few keys to some of the greater doors of opportunity. Key number 1 was time. Key number 2 was spirit, and we are on key number 3, personality. Study your own and develop it. So study your own personality and develop it. You have certain personality traits and tendencies, some good, some negative, and some neutral. Try by every means at your command to discover what these are, not with a view merely to satisfy natural curiosity about yourself, but with the determination to weed out the negative, bring out the neutral, and cultivate the good. This is so good. So key 3 is personality. Study your own and develop it. Do you study your own personality? What is your brand? What is your personal brand, as they would say? Even if you're not an entrepreneur, like in your life, what do people know you for? Are you hiding what you truly, how you want to stand out and be? What is your brand? Especially if you're a therapist, a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur, what is your personal brand? Have you studied it? What's your personality? What does your friends and family and coworkers know you for? What do you want to be known for? Study your own and develop it. You have certain personality traits and tendencies. You have certain gifts. Some good, some negative, some neutral. Try by every means at your command to discover what these are. Not just to satisfy some natural curiosity, but a determination to weed out the negative aspects. Character defects, as we would say in the world of recovery. Where are your character defects? Take that fearless moral inventory. Where can you improve? What are your areas of opportunity? Bring out the neutral and cultivate the good. Personality will open one of the widest of opportunities doors. Through an attractive personality, more quickly than by any other means, you may rise to fame and fortune. A pleasing personality, that's one of the steps to riches. Well, not one of the steps to riches, but one of the keys to wealth and success in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. I think it's one of the 30 leading causes, or what is it? Why people succeed, because there's the 30 reasons for failure, and then there's characteristics of successful people, and a pleasing personality is one of them. Through an attractive personality, more quickly than by any other means, you may rise to fame and fortune. If your personality is unattractive, you do not find this big door which leads so straightly and surely and swiftly into better things, and may be compelled by long and arduous effort to seek out smaller, remoter ones to reach the room of your desires. You have sometimes wondered why friends, promotions, and business opportunities. Okay, let's read that again. You may have sometimes wondered why friends, promotions, and business opportunities which you felt you had earned by hard work passed you by. This is because hard work never brings the greatest things in life. It helps. It is one of the great essentials, but there are others of even greater importance, and one of these is personality. The people who work hardest often get the least pay and make little progress. We know today that hard work, unless backed by head work and heart work. Oh, head work and heart work. Wow. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. The people who work hardest often get the least pay and make little progress. We know today that hard work, unless backed by the head work and heart work, will never carry one to the heights. Because we must live with, work with, associate with, and deal with other people, it behooves us to know all we can about the power of all others, which repels or attracts people, our own personality. Attractive personalities makes others like us, want to be with us, promote us, and help us. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what your acquaintances think of you? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what your acquaintances think of you? Do they like you, dislike you, or simply forget you? Are you forgettable? Do you think you made a good first impression or the wrong impression? Did it ever occur to you that every single individual you meet affects you in one of the three ways within 5 minutes after he begins to speak to you? And that this is also true of every person who meets you. So within the first 5 minutes, you have an opinion, you have a first impression. If you like them, dislike them, or they're like, meh, you do that within the first 5 minutes of meeting a person, and they do the same thing when they meet you. I call these the 5 I's. You can remember them by printing this little table in your mind. I impress everybody who meets me in one of these three ways. Either I irritate them, interest them, or leave them indifferent to me, which it is impossible for you to meet anyone and talk with him without feeling toward him in one of these three ways. So we impress people that we meet in one of these three ways. We leave an impression. We either irritate them, interest them, or we leave them feeling indifferent toward us. It is impossible for you to meet anyone and talk with them without feeling toward them in one of these three ways. Asked to explain why you feel as you do, or to specify why you like or dislike, you may not be able to do so. We can explain only that which is clear to our conscious minds. And the reason for this impression is not always conscious. But you have a very definite subconscious impression. It's a feeling. We're picking up on something that is not tangible or on paper. How many times have you met someone, they walk, talk, dress nice, but you just don't trust them. There's just something about them. They look good on paper. Maybe you're hiring someone, their resume looks great, but there's something about them, right? That's our sixth sense picking up on vibrations, subconscious. It's their subconscious. Our subconscious is picking up on their subconscious. So it's impossible for you to meet anyone and talk to them without feeling one of those three ways: irritated, indifferent, or interested. You have a very definite subconscious impression of the people you meet. The less you can explain it, the more deep-rooted it is likely to be. Such a feeling started the well-known little verse. Okay, this is a little poem. I do not like you, Dr. Fell. The reason why I cannot tell. I only know and know full well I do not like you, Dr. Fell. On the other hand, you like certain people instantly. Others leave you with the feeling that you have been looking at a blank space on the wall. Each impression is due to the personality of the individual himself. To begin to understand your own, it will be well for you to ask yourself the following questions. Which of my traits do people like? Which do they dislike? What in my manner, expression, voice, personal appearance, or attitude has been interfering with my success? How can I make people enjoy seeing me, doing business with me, visiting with me, listening to me, working with me? Which do I have more of, friends or enemies? Do I have more or fewer friends than most of the people I associate with? How can I put my best foot forward in every instance and keep it there? What should I do to make more people remember me kindly, speak to me constructively, think of me frequently, and seek me happily. It is not possible that there may, it not possible that there may be something in my own personality that causes almost everybody to treat me in certain ways? Have I have I any unpleasant mannerisms? What do I do that rubs people the wrong way? What within myself is holding me back? What within myself sometimes causes people to impose on me, neglect me, or criticize me? Why do I not get more invitations from the people and to the places I would most enjoy? Why have I lost friends in the past? What, more than anything else about me, do most people seem to admire? Is this thing real or is it only an affectation? There are many more such questions, but these will give you a fair idea of the kinds of things you look for in yourself. So that's really a list of an inventory you take. Which traits do people like in me? Which do they dislike? What are my mannerisms, expression? What do people enjoy about me? So you can rewind that and go through the list. There are many more such questions, but these will give you a fair idea of the kinds of things to look for in yourself. It is essential that you correct them if you want the great door of opportunity to swing wide for you. It's always about, and it could be difficult at times. For example, when I was in my addiction and I would drink, I'm sure I was extremely obnoxious. I know I was a little more edgy, anxious, short. I wasn't as considerate. That's a common character defect with addicts. It's selfish. I wasn't even capable of seeing other people's needs at times. Of course, I was a kind person. I had friends and stuff, but I wasn't being the best of friend. And it was not who I am. It lowered my standards all around. And so I had to look at that. I had to look at my own behavior and my choices and the results from those behaviors and choices. I notice about myself sometimes I get so excited when I hear somebody say something. I don't even let them finish the sentence because I'm so excited that I'm cutting people off. Noticing that, can I take a breath and just listen and wait for my turn to speak? Or do I have to get it out right then and there, right? So being excitable, overexcited. Maybe when I know that I'm irritated, the way that I deliver or my tone of voice, is it rude? Am I taking out aggression on other people? It's just noticing how I show up, taking an inventory of myself. This is really great. A man's personality, utterly regardless of his merits or faults, can induce us to long. So someone's personality, utterly, completely regardless of our merits or faults, can induce us to long to promote him or to hold him back, long to help him or see him fight it out alone, long to vote for him or see him defeated, sacrifice ourselves for him or pass him by. Okay, so someone's personality, regardless of their good points or bad points, really induce us to want to help him or let them fail, to see them succeed or watch them fall, to want to fight for them or let them fight that one on their own. Do people cheer for you? Are people happy for your success? If not, why? And again, it's none of your business if people just want to be haters, right? But that's something that is always uh, curious to me. When someone has, and it's different for all the reasons, but it's something to look into, especially if it's you, right? When you win, are people happy for you? Or do they try to drag you down? Do they gossip about you? And if so, why is that? Or can you have more boundaries around these people? It could be family and friends. Maybe you need boundaries. Maybe you need new friends. Do people cheer you on? Do you have that support? The same is true of your own. So we're induced to either help people or let them flail, depending on their personality. And the same goes for us. Though you possess beauty, brains, money, and position, yet have a repellent personality, you can live and die unloved and unsuccessful. Though you have none of these, yet develop a winning personality, you may acquire by this alone almost anything you desire. The same goes for both. Someone could be rich, gorgeous, and successful, and everybody hates them. Someone could be poor and lowly, and everyone loves them. But also someone could be rich, successful, and beautiful, and everyone loves them. And then poor, lowly, and unsuccessful, and everyone hates them, right? Or dislikes them. Ugliness, poverty, obscurity, these are all but pebbles in the pathway to those of a magnetic personality. Learn to do this by eliminating the negative, obviating the neutral, and cultivating the affirmative traits of your own nature. The location of many of the great doors of opportunity can best be discovered by studying yourself. Often they will open for you when they would not open for others because you hold the key to them in your own innate capacities. Wow. Key number 4. Well, let's just kind of review that key, personality, right? Do you have a pleasing personality? Have you even looked at that in yourself? I don't know if I'll be able to. So, Think and Grow Rich. This is the book you want. When they talk about, I don't know what chapter it's in. Maybe it's in specialized knowledge or organized planning. When it talks about the 30 major causes. You know what? That might be in oh, wait, here it is. Okay. Persistence. Yeah, you know what? I have videos on this on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Wait, no, this isn't it. These are where's the pleasing personality? Symptoms of lack of persistence. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. We can discuss that. You know what? I think it's in if you guys know what it is, put it in the chat. Oh, here we go. Organized planning. Yay. Okay. So there is 30 major causes of failure, and then it shows the take inventory of yourself. So this is really good. Well, those are the 30 major causes of failure, but maybe. Yeah, you can take an inventory and Think and Grow Rich, organized planning, the chapter on organized planning. I just remember that pleasing personality. That was one of the major keys to success. But take that inventory of yourself, and it can be hard. And sometimes we don't want to hear it, and we might not be ready. Fair enough. I mean, if you would have told me I was an addict, a jerk in my early 20s, I would have dismissed you. And so we're all going through our own journey, but let's just look at our results. Like, what do we want that's different? Do you want more support? Do you want to have more invitations to places? Do you want more friends? Like, do you want a more supportive circle? Start thinking about that and looking, well, why don't I have these results in my life? Why do I have the results I have? And go through the list of what she mentioned. And, we'll go ahead and pick up the next key. Key number 4 is health. When it comes to opportunities, the doorways to opportunities, health. She says, safeguard your health. The average man is committed. Wow. Listen to this. Safeguard your health. The average man is committing suicide by inches, digging his grave with his teeth and driving nails into his own coffin with stimulants, dissipation, lack of rest, or other form of bodily abuse. My goodness. You know what? So this was written, let's see, this was written in 1923. You know what? To be honest, oh no, that was not. That was like 1932. I have a newspaper, a New York Times magazine, I believe. New York Times. From 1932 that I was just reading. It was after the crash, the depression during the, just after the war or during the war times. And it was talking, it had so many reports of suicides and deaths, you know. It's not, I don't think anybody thinks it's new, but this is something that has plagued human beings for so long, taking care of our mental health. And so a key to opportunity and just a healthy, happy life is safeguarding both our physical and mental health. And so she's using this as a metaphor. She says the average person is committing suicide by inches, little by little, slowly killing off, digging our grave with our teeth and driving nails into our own coffin through the misuse of stimulants, not getting enough rest, not eating the right food, other forms of bodily abuse, right? Smoking, drinking, hurting ourselves, lack of movement. He does so ignorantly and innocently. He doesn't alter the facts nor minimize their results. So it's just ignorance, right, of what we're doing. And everybody else does it. Everybody else does it. Why do I have to stop? And it's comforting. It's the way we cope. It's a maladaptive coping. We use food to cope, cigarettes, other stimulants, right? Vaping these days is big, marijuana, all that sort of thing. So let's just pay attention. We'll dive into health tomorrow, but I liked this inventory she had us go through today. What stood out? Let's see. So personality can be a really big key to our success. What areas can we improve our personality? How do we come across? Do we irritate people? Do we interest them? Or are we just meh? We're unforgettable. Or we're forgettable. Sorry. We are forgettable. And how do we feel about other people? Who are we surrounding ourselves with? Do we even like the people that we are, associating with? Truly. Where do we need to attract people that we want to be more like, right? Surround yourself with people who are successful in ways that you want to be. Like attracts like, birds of a feather flock together. I'm just seeing that today is March 25th. This day always stands out to me. I always remember this day, March 25th, 2001. Let me tell you, it was my very first day at a job, my restaurant job, and it was Sunday, March 25th, 2001. And I remember the Oscars were on. Julia Roberts won an Oscar. I don't know. I always remember I was rolling silverware and I was like, I was a hostess and it was my first day. I don't know why I remember that. I was mad because I couldn't watch the Academy Awards. I remember that. How long ago was that? 24 years ago? 24 years ago. I was a little baby. I was 17 years old. Wow, that's crazy. But I just always remember this day. Anyways, so that is the reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that. the Penthouse frequency. I'm starting this community. I'm starting to kind of just open the doors and let people trickle in. It's a monthly community. All the information is below. If you want to find out all the services I offer, how to work with me one-on-one, if you need support in any area, free consultations, all that jazz. All of the information is in the description box below on my YouTube. So please check that out and share any takeaways from this reading. How was this for you? How's it going? We are moving along, y'all. We are on the last couple pages. We did this whole book together. Again, if you missed any of the previous readings, check out the playlist on my YouTubes and all the other videos that are there, helpful videos on many other books that have really helped me in my life. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening, all of your comments. I love it. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening.